time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Power Hour Live, Monday, February 9th. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. S&P is up 40 points, NASDAQ up 230, Russell up 20, and the Dow is up 20 points. So NASDAQ by far the strongest. Gold's up 2.5%, silver's up 8.5%, notes and bonds and yields all pretty flat. Oil's up about 1%, natural gas is down almost 9%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn finished all down about 0.5% or a little bit less. Euro and the pound are both green, up over 0.5%, and Bitcoin is up almost 1%. VIX is down about 3.7, currently at 17.10. As far as my trading today, my BIC's getting slapped around a little bit. I've had 3 double stops. My very first tranche got doubled, and then my 1203 and my 1219. And then I've had some other one-sided. I do have a few. It looks like I've got, sorry, I can't scroll on here because it goes down too far. It looks like I've got potential for two that are not stopped. So if we stay in a range here, in a tight range, I could have a couple of pins still available. So that's that one. My one DTE is in the red. It's down about 1,300. I'm on the, let's see, my short call is 69.65. So we'd need to come down about 15, 20 points for that one to kind of get back into any sort of scratch area. Also put on a 3-4 put calendar that is down about 9%. That is on the 69.15 strike. So took that one pretty close to the open, so that one's down. So I'll close that by the end of the day. I did put on a couple of WUGAs. I didn't do any Elmos today, and so just decided to put on a couple of WUGAs as we've had obviously a huge up move above the expected move. Thought we might just chop here the rest of the day. So I put a couple of these on. My shorts are at 80 and 70 and then 85.75. Day trading, had a couple good day trades. One in AMD off previous day high, one in Tesla off previous day high. A little over 2,600 on those two trades. So that is my trading for the day. Quite a continuation of Friday's squeeze today. S&P gapped down, opened down a little bit, quickly pushed into the green, kind of chopped around unchanged for a little bit, and then it was off to the races in all 3 indices. So we'll see what happens with the WUGAs. I'll just let my bot take out my one DTE near the end of the day, and then I will manually close my 3-4 put calendar before the end of the day, before MOC. So we'll just see if we happen to get a little sell-off. Not expecting it. My WUGAs wouldn't like it, but my one DTE and my 3-4 would like it. I ended up, after I got done with my day trades, and just kind of wrapped up a couple things. I went outside and had a good, nice 1 hour workout outside. It's 70 degrees here in KC Mo today. So got to take advantage of these 70-degree days in February. It doesn't happen very often. Five. East Coast is still a little frozen, is it?
Water filled.
Yeah, it's been super cold here, but we just got this little pocket. We heated up in the 50s and 60s, and now we got a one day window of 70 degrees. It's going to go back down here later this week, so wanted to get outside. Tony, where are you at? I know Watson and Krish are East Coast, New England and New Jersey area, Massachusetts. Oh, Maryland, sorry. Sorry. Got my state initials mixed up. Oh, it is Massachusetts. Okay. Articulates in Maryland. My favorite senator? Who's that? Got some big tech kind of selling off a little bit here. Oh, Elizabeth Warren, she's from Massachusetts or Maryland? I don't even know. Medfly, you're in Berkeley. How's the weather there? Yeah, she's definitely my favorite senator for sure. Watson, you nailed that. I don't know. Is AOC a senator? What is she? Her and Elizabeth Warren would be my top two for sure. We need to get AOC and Elizabeth Warren in a cage fight. Now I'd pay to see that. I would pay big money to see that. Yeah. Apple's coming alive. There's a dog all day. Looks like it just kind of hit its objective to the downside and it's ready to bounce. Google's been strong all day, but it's now coming down. Nvidia had that initial push, then it's just been sideways. It's starting to come down. A couple big banks are just kind of unchanged. Goldman's a little bit stronger. Crypto stocks have been pretty strong all day.
Order filled.
Hood's up 6.5. Circle's up 6. MSTR's up a little less than 1. Same with coin. SPX getting a little dip. Getting a little dippy. Well, I just got hit on my put sides on my BIC, so no pins today. It's going to be a red BIC day. No news today. We had a couple of Fed speakers, and then tomorrow we've got retail sales pre-market. Wednesday we have NFP, which was rescheduled from last Friday, pre-market. Thursday unemployment pre-market, and Friday CPI pre-market. So all red folder pre-market news this week. As far as earnings, nothing really good after the bell today. Spotify is before the market opens tomorrow. Not great trading options. And then after the close Tuesday, Robinhood, Lyft, Ford. Robinhood would be the only one that I would probably trade. Before the open on Wednesday, Shopify. After the close Wednesday, App11, Cisco. Before the bell Thursday, Nebius. After the bell Thursday, after the close Thursday, Coinbase and Pinterest and Rivian, DraftKings. So I'll probably most likely play Hood and Coinbase, and we'll see on the others. I may add a couple others in here. Nothing today, though. Articulate. Tomorrow's Navigation Trading Show, the topic is how to develop a trade plan. Per your request. Look at that. You request something and it happens just like that, Articulate. That is at noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central tomorrow. All right, getting a little sell-off here going.
Order filled.
Just pushed outside of my Wooga range. Helping out my 1 DTE and my 3-4 a little bit. Bitcoin, a little pullback as well. Intel dropping back in the red. S&DK back in the red. Nvidia coming down. Meta coming down. Goog coming down. I'll show you my two day trades for today. The first one was AMD. This was on the live stream. So with AMD, well, first off, looking at a daily chart. Along with most things, I mean, you can see it had been selling off and had that big bounce Friday. So I was looking for a potential continuation if we had a good reaction around previous day high, which is exactly where I took it. So dialing into the 5-minute, you can see here we had this quick little flush lower and then immediately popped back up. The chips had really good relative strength, especially in the first 10 minutes. NVIDIA was kind of leading the way, but I never could get an entry on NVIDIA because it was just kind of straight up. So I took AMD on this little pullback to previous day high. Right when it reacted off that, I got in right there, rode that one up, and got out right at the tippy top of this candle here. I had this level marked on from my daily chart, a little above that 215 level. So I went ahead and cut all of it right there. Ended up pulling back for a good 20 minutes and then went back up, chopped around. Could have probably squeezed a lot more or a little tiny bit more out, but I would have had to sit there for hours just to get a few more cents. So I love my exit there. And then the other one is Tesla. Kind of a similar situation here. Tesla was not showing much relative strength to start out with, but then it really started to kick in a little bit later in the morning. Hit previous day high, pulled back, and then when it came back up and kind of reclaimed that previous day high, that's where I got in, right here around 9:45 my time. And it immediately shot up, had a little bit of a pullback, pushed up, started to kind of chop around 420, which we all know is Elon's favorite number. So I went ahead and cut it all right at 420, right around here. I didn't sit through too much chop. So I was done by about 11 o'clock, which is about 2.5 hours in to the day. That's the kind of day trading I like. Get in, get out, be done with it. Plus, I had already committed to going outside with this weather, so I was like, I got to get out so I can go. All right, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell's still pulling back a little bit. My break even between my two Woogas is 69.70. We're down to 65 now. My 3-4 put calendar is only down 3%. Here's my 3-4 put calendar. It's right on the break even, just outside, so it's down a tiny bit. That would need to get down to about 69.50 for that to be profitable. So most likely it'll just be a small loss unless we really get aggressive to the downside here. VIX creeping up to 17.42. As far as my Woogas go, I'd like to get out of 50% and then hold the rest to the bell. That's kind of how I typically manage them, but we'll see. I may just close them before MOC, depending on what's happening here. I'll just make that decision. Make a game time decision here as we get closer. S&P still coming down. Oh yeah, sorry, Contact. That will stream live on our YouTube channel as well as on Option Omega's YouTube channel. And yes, it will be available recorded as well. I always post the link to the I always post the link in the Trader Chat channel before we go live, usually an hour or so before. E. Allison, did you enter a little later? Or just a bad fill? I got filled at 670 on that 3-4. My fill time was right at 9:32 a.m. Eastern. or a few seconds after. Let's see. I got filled at, 2 minutes and 3 seconds after the opening bell. So you were 3 seconds difference. And you got a 35-cent worse fill? How are you entering? Manually or via bot? And I use the OO bot. SPX right back down to the expected move, which I have marked right here at 69.60. It is shaping up to be a fugly Bic day. One, two, three, 4 double stops now. Yeah, ugly Bic year so far, for sure. All right, SPX reacting a little bit off that expected move area. Let's see if it's going to bounce here or what. Got about 11 minutes till MOC. SPX at 65. Just want to check the price of these Mahomes flies. 65 fly looks like it's trading for around $1.10 maybe. Maybe a little bit more. Well, contact, the whole basis of a Wooga is it's only 10 wide, so you should be willing to risk max loss. There's no stop on it. So, I mean, personally, there's a couple different ways to do it. I'm a little bit more discretionary. You could also follow a back test. If you look on my trade plan sheet, there's a bunch of different Wooga back tests. So for me, I hold it till the bell, or I may close it a little bit early. We'll see here. Getting a little bounce now. One key component of trading is making sure you have a plan before you get in, though. Step number 1. Yeah, if you look on my trade plan sheet, I took it off my trade plan this month, but down at the bottom of that trade plan sheet are the tabs for the previous months. And so if you go back to last month, there's a whole slew of different Wooga back tests that you can kind of get a feel for how different ones are managed. That's right, Lando. That is right. Lando, any day trades for you today? Nope. Oh, articulate. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, good. Trading in the zone's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and I appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, it is hard to share that if you're not used to it. Like I've kind of become numb because I show my wins and my losses all the time. But yeah, if you're not used to it, sharing a loss like that is tough. So I appreciate you doing that. What I would say is, if you want to share it publicly, like in the Zero DTE chat, feel free. Or if you want to just send me a direct message, I don't really know exactly what you're trading. So if you want to share a little bit more detail, I'd be happy to help from that perspective as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close my 3-4 put calendar. All right, so 4% loss on my 3-4. I'll let my bot take out my 1 DTE at about 5 minutes till the bell. As far as my Woogas, just going to hold. Above 69 basically is a scratch on my Woogas. Max profit is between 75 and 80. MOC in a little over 4 minutes. 70 fly is trading for about $1.30. So I'll try to scalp one before before MOC here. Let's see if I can get filled on the 70 fly at, I'm going to put in $1.45 for now. Turn on my financial juice. So my order on the 70s at $1.45 looks like it's trading closer to $1.30 or $1.35. If we got up closer to 69.70, it might be close to filling. Now we're popping up a little bit. All right, filling at $1.45. Got 2 of my 5 filled. Still got 2 minutes. Just 2 of 5. Didn't give me all 5. There we go. All 5 filled at $1.45. So now I will try to scalp out of all 5 of those. I'm going to put an order at 90 cents.
One minute now until we get the markets on close in balance.
Looks like you might be able to get filled for closer to $1.50 right now. Maybe more.
Ten seconds.
Wooga's liking the bounce.
Markets on close in balance. S&P 500 sell side 1.2 billion. Nasdaq 100 buy side 82 million. Dow 30 sell side 440 million. Mag 7 sell side 102 million.
S&P had a 1.2 billion sell side, but the Nasdaq had a buy side.
Voice news disconnected.
SPX didn't move much, still sitting right at around 70. Wugas are right on the break even. If we get a little bounce up to 75, Wugas will be in good shape. VIX sitting right on Friday's lows, 17.27. I don't have an order. I didn't order. I wanted to pick specific strikes on my Wuga, so I didn't use a bot. So I don't have any orders to close. So we'll just see where this goes here. If we get a bounce, I may just hold. Yeah, my 1 DTE will close out automatically from the bot. It's set to close in 2 minutes. SPX down to 67. $65. I've got my scalp on my Mahomes at 90 cents. That hasn't hit yet. It needs to come down a little bit more. Looks like it's trading at about 110. Whoops. Why won't my toss stay up here? Looks like it's close to filling. There we go. Filled at 90 cents. So scalp that Mahomes. Now the Wugas are hurting. One DTE will be closing in 15 seconds. And we got 5 minutes to go. One DTE trying to close. Getting a little bounce. Wuga? Wuga's not dead yet. Don't count Wuga out. My one DTE can't. It's trying to close. All right, one DTE close. Let me get that posted. All right, Wuga needs a bounce. 65 Mahomes. I'm going to try to get filled here at about 280. Three minutes to go. I'll cancel this if it doesn't hit here soon. All right, filled on the 65s at 280. I'm just going to ride this one to the bell. Woogas need above 69 to break even. Up to 67. $68. Approaching 69. Give us a little push into the close. Little pushy push. Got 1 minute. Back down to 67. $30 seconds. SPX at right around 67. Little drop into the close.
Order cancelled. Order cancelled.
Little markup back to about 69.64.68. 69.64.68. Wooga's a loser. That I got a winner on the Mahomes scalp, but my other 65 fly will be a loser. Bix losers, day trade winner. 3-4 is a little loser. 1 DTE little loser. So red day overall. But we will be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, for another day. All right, all. That's a wrap. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.